Good morning. Hello, guys. How are we all doing? Thanks for coming back to my channel. And here I'm returning to Appa Bowling. Is one of my super favorite games, and so much so that I myself created these cards. Okay, and I'm such a fan of the game. I must emphasize here at the beginning that I'm in no way affiliated with the Appa Games company. And, what I've done here is purely out of love of the hobby and it's love of the game. And these are homebrewed cards that I made myself from my own formulas, just studying the cards generally, how how they were laid out. I worked out roughly where the various results should go in comparison to the player's average, and they're not going to be 100% in line with the original formulas, because obviously I don't know what the original formulas are, and I don't use any form of AI in any of my materials or designs or anything. I just don't believe in it. I'm not a user of it. I'm into human creativity, and that's where I believe, at the end of the day, is imagination encircles the earth. Everything that we see in our lives comes from somebody's imagination. And, I don't believe that AI really can create anything close to what us humans can and never will, AI itself is born out of human creativity, isn't it? So these cards here, they're made by me and my calculator, and me studying hours and hours and hours the cards that I already have. And so I have come up with, I've made the top 12 bowlers for the 2025 PBA season. Okay, and if there's someone there from the Appa Games company who doesn't like the video or what I've done here, then sure, let me know, and obviously I'll take the video down with my hat held between my in my hands, but I'm only producing content for my channel, and I believe people will be interested in how I'm tackling various things in the games hobby that we all love. And this is Appa Bowling, my version, if you like. I mean, there you go. So, because I mean, at the end of the day, these cards are not, the last cards we have are in the early 90s. The game is not produced anymore, and we don't have bowlers that that we can relate to for this day and age. So there you go. I've made the top 12 bowlers. Okay, so today we're going to have a tournament between the top 5. So I've got Graham Thatch. He's actually Canadian, but at the moment he's in Ohio. And he's a lefty, 5'8", born in 1991. He's ranked number 4 in 2025. His average is 222.12. And this is his card. You can see even I was Tipexing some results there at the end to try to fine tune them. So that's Graham Thatch, and I'll put him over there. And in the first match, I'll show you my score sheet in a minute. In the first match, he's taken on Tim Foy Jr. And Tim is one of these two-handed sort of shovel style right-handed bowlers, which is the norm really in modern bowling, and it tends to produce very high scores. I'm not really a huge fan of the modern bowling, to be fair, although I like some of the bowlers. I much prefer the sort of 80s and 90s bowling. I don't know, it just seems more sort of human, if you like. These guys with the two-handed style produce very high scores, but they also produce very interesting splits. And I was playing with Jason Belmonte, the card that I made that I'll show you later on in the video. He comes up with some very nice rare results and unusual splits, and so I think I've done a good job really making these cards. And today I'm going to try to run a quick tournament between the 5. I'm going to see how I go. And so we're going to start off with Graham Thatch versus Tim Foy Jr. Try to get everything in the screen as much as possible. So, like I say, these are not official cards. These are my own homebrewed cards, and you know, and I've just done these 12 guys to have a game with the modern players. You know, I'm going to bring down my pawns, my pins. I love these things. These are great. I mean, they're really cool. How are you all doing out there? I hope you're all doing well. We're having a bit of a heat wave here in Southern Ireland, and I'll tell you what, it's getting a bit much. I myself got burnt a bit yesterday, and not much fun. Right, Graham Thatch, he's the number 4 bowler, and Tim Foy Jr. is the number 5. And I'll try and get the dice into my end section there. So Graham Thatch, the left-hander from Canada, I think he's from Ontario, is going to start us off with a 32. Now I've got my boards off to the side, obviously. 32 for Graham Thatch is a strike. So he sits back down. Up comes Tim Foy Jr. with that two-handed right shovel style. 52. It's a 5 result. 5 result. He's going to leave the 7 pin. 7 pin is hanging there. I'll show you the scoreboard later on, but we'll carry on. He's looking at that 7. He hasn't taken it down yet. He's looking at the 7 pin. 16 gets a 4 result. That's going to be enough. Yeah. Spares that. Tim Foy comes up for his second frame. 14. That's a strike. 10 plus next 4 is 20. Okay. Graham Thatch now, the left-hander. That's a 52. That's a 2 result. That's a strike. 2 in a row now for Graham. You'll see high scores from these modern players, so hang on to your seats. Here's Graham Thatch, third frame. 16 is also a strike. 3 in a row. 16 there. Tim Foy Jr. now, frames 3 and 4. 26. 26 is a strike. Two-handed style, blistering the pins. Frame 4, Tim Foy. 22, that's a strike. Tim Foy sitting on 50 points after 2. Graham Thatch is on 3 strikes. 54, it's a 5. 5 in the 4th. He's left the 7 pin in the corner. No 300 today for Graham Thatch. Looking at the 7 pin. 53 is a 4 result. That's going to be good enough. So 29, 59, 10 plus 6. Quick check of the scores. Can you see this? High scoring so far. Graham Thatch now. 1, 2. So I'm just working out. Yeah, Graham Thatch next frame. 22. That is a strike. 10 plus next ball. 20. 99 after 4 frames. Tim Foy Jr. now on 3 strikes. 55. That's a 7 result. See that there? 7. Frame 5. 7 result. Leaves the 3 pin. Just edges through the center of the pins there, the head of the pins. It's another 9 there. 3 pin for Tim Foy. 22. That is a 5 result. That's good enough. 29, 79. These two are very close. Tim Foy now on to frame 6. 10, 55. That's a 7 result again. He's done the same thing again. Well, let's just check that because it's frame 6. 7 result, frame 6 is... No, he's left a 7 pin. There are little nuance differences here in the system, you know, the same die roll, but one frame later leaves a different pin. So it's another 9 there for Tim Foy. See if he can knock this 7 corner pin down. 16, yeah, 4's could be good enough. So 10 plus next 4, 19, 118. Scores are pretty close. They were level after 4 frames, but Tim's hit 2 9s and spared them, and Thatch is on a strike. So I would think that Graham Thatch's ahead here as he looks at frames 6 and 7. 54 is a 5 result, 6th frame, and he's going to leave the 5 pin right in the center. So the players are hitting some 9s here. Graham Thatch looking at that pin, double 1, that is a spare. So that's 20, 118, yeah, they're sort of dead level. Graham Thatch looking at frame 7, 26 is a 10 result. Can you see that? Yeah. 10 result, 26. Frame 7, 10 result is... It's a 3-9. 3-9. Maybe he's getting a little bit tired. The heat out there is incredible. So he's got 8, 10 plus next one's 18, 136, 38. They're sort of in a line. It's a bit tricky. 23, but it's a 3 spare result. I'm sure that's going to be enough. 3-9. Let's check the old chart here. Yep, spares it. Graham Thatch on 136 and Tim Foy is on 118. Really, this could go any way. Tim Foy, frames 6 and 7. No, frames 7 and 8, sorry. 16, that's a strike. He needed that one. 10 plus next 20. Foy goes into the front, into the lead by 2 pins. Frame 8. 21 is a strike. Couple of quick strikes there for Tim Foy. Graham Thatch now, frames 8 and 9. 41 is a strike. 10. That's the next ball is 20. 1, 5, 6. Of course, it's very close. Frame 9 for Graham Thatch. 41 is a strike. Sits back down. He can do no more. Now to finish off, it's Tim Foy with frame 9. He's on 2 strikes. 42 is an S result. So we're going to add these together. We get a 5. 5 S result, frame 9. He's left a 5-7. What's that look like? The 5-7. He's left that there. Is that a split? I think it might be. Yeah, I just go to my split board. 5-7. 5-7. 5-7. I must have missed it. It's here somewhere. 5-7. Oh, I see it. Yeah, he basically needs a result 1 to 5 here. Tim Foy gets a 62, which is a 7. 5-7-7, and he is a right-hander. Is RP2, so we have to re-roll here. It's a rare re-roll, so the pins are going all over the place. He needs a result under 7, or he's going to leave one. 12. Oh, 4. He just gets it. So that is an 8 spare. It's It's one of those rare instances where you have to sort of make a second and third roll to get the result. So really he was right on the edge of missing that there. So 28 plus 138 is 166. Okay, 10th frame for Tim Foy. This is very important that he gets this first one in. 16, that's a strike. 10 plus 2. So he's sitting on 206 after 9. 2 more balls. 31 for Tim Foy, it's a strike. One more. One more and he'll be on 236. It'll be a good one. 55 is a 7. Frame 10, 7. He's left the 6 pin. So on the very last ball, it comes down like that. So he's got 29. So Tim Foy Jr. ends up, I suppose you can't see that. Let's do this. On 235, so it's a very strong finish there for Tim Foy. And so now Graham Thatch, see if he can catch him. Frames 9 and 10. So yeah, Tim Foy was shot 11 over his average there. That's basically okay. Graham Thatch 35 rolls a 9 result. Now that's not what he wants in frame 10. Result. Left-hander 6 and 10. Oh dear. Oh no, they're together. So he's got an 8 there. 28, 78, 84. Yeah, he's in trouble really. Graham Thatch needs these two. 36. 36 is an 8 result. 6, 10, 8 result. Yeah, he gets them. So his very last ball, I don't think he can catch him. I think the best he can get here is 224. Gets a 59, 54, which is a 14 result. 14, he's left a 5-9 on his last ball. Bit of a stumble there for Graham Thatch. 8 spare 8, so 18, 222. Look at that. So if we just look at the final scores there, Graham Thatch finishes exactly on 222, and Tim Foy went over his average by about 5%, 235. So as you can see, Graham Thatch's average is 222, so that was spot on, and Tim Foy spiked over slightly, which is cool. So there we go. Tim Foy Jr. defeats Graham Thatch in round 1, and so Tim Foy will move over to this side, and now we're going to look at the legend Jason Belmonte. Here he is, guys. It's my homebrewed Jason Belmonte card from Orange, New South Wales, Australia. Two-handed right shovel style. Of course, he's the pioneer really of this style. 5'10", born in 1983. He's ranked number 3 overall in 2025. Probably it's fair to say that he's on sort of is on the downside of his peak now. You know, he's been so prevalent and so dominating for so long, but you know, he's like the Lionel Messi of bowling, isn't he? You know, he's just getting a little bit old, like the rest of us. But his average is still super high, 227.24. So here's Jason Belmonte's card, of course, homemade by me, and we'll put that there. And he's going to be up against Tim Foy Jr., who's basically mirroring his style. And I'll just put in Tim Foy onto the sheet. And we are going to roll. Jason Belmonte will get the first roll, as he is the higher ranked bowler. So Belmo to the lane, rolls 45, 5 result. Ooh, Belmo leaves the 7 pin. Oh, prone to doing this is Jason Belmonte. Looking at the 7 pin, Belmo 32 is an 11 result. I think that's going to be okay. Shaky start for Belmo. 11, yeah, he gets it, just edges it off. 9 spare there for Belmonte, first frame. Here comes Tim Foy, just defeated Graham Thatch. 24, 10 result. 10 result. He's left the 1-2. He's just missed the he's just gone straight through and missed the tee there. That's an 8. And he's rolled 21, which is 3. That's going to be good enough. Second frame for Tim Foy. 26 is, I just can't quite see the bottom there, line there. 26 is a 1, which is of course a strike. So 10 plus, let's say, scored 20 in the first frame. Belmo now, frame 2. 62 is a 3 result, and that's a strike. One of those results that I adjusted at the last minute that's been tip-exed and changed, so I'm pleased with that. Here comes frame 3, Jason Belmonte, 64, that's a strike. So scoring 20. Okay, Tim Foy Jr. 56 is a Q result. So we're going to add these together. We get a 4. Frame 3 Q. 4. Wow, this is a good one. 1, 3, 6, 9. So he shoots a 6. 1, 3, 6, 9. That's a good one. Right then, let's just roll the dice, and if they're particularly low, which they've probably got them, 41 is a 6. 4 pin leaves. 1, 3, 6, 9. Okay. 1, 3, 6, 9. Oh, I got it. And he's throwing a 6 here. He gets them. Ball goes crashing through. Not sure if it's urethane or whatever type of ball he's using, but he spared that. So Tim says he's got 40 after 2. So Tim Foy now with his 4th frame, 41, gets a strike. So 20, 40, 60 he started off with. And now we're looking at Belmo on 2 strikes. I'm not sure if I'm going to get through all 5 matches in this video, but well, we'll see how we go. Here goes Belmonte, 62. That's the same result, 3. I think that's good enough. Yeah, strike. So obviously got lots to talk about with other games and things, and I've got reviews coming up. I've got a queue of things to bring to the channel. Here's Belmonte, 5th frame, 34. That's a strike. Belmo's on a charge now. Tim Foy, frame 5, 12, strike. Tim Foy sits down, reset, strike. Frame 6, 63 is a 12 result. Frame 6. 6th frame, 12 result. 4-5. He's left the 2 centuries there in the centre. Probably the easiest one to pick up. Maybe 2-3 would be easier. But 4-5, I'm sure he'll get these. 25 is a 3 result. Yeah, I'm saying that is going to be good. I'll just double check it. 4-5. Yeah. Down they go. 28. Still got the builders next door. Jason Belmonte now. Frames 6 and 7. 12. That's a 14 result for Belmo. He was on 4 strikes. Belmo, 14 result. Frame 6. That is a 4-7 leave. It's the 2 corner pins this time. Sure Belmo will get those. 65 is an 8 result. 4-7. Yep, down they go. 28. Belmo 20 pins in front so far. Belmo going to the next frame. 25 is a strike. Now Tim Foy Jr. Frames 7 and 8. 33 is a 9. 33, 9. That is 2 and 4. Not so strong in this match, Tim Foy. 2-4. So he's got another 8, and that is a 14, which is a 12 result. 2, 4. 12 result. Oh, it's the last one to pick it up. He just gets them. Just curled into them at the last second and gets them. So he's gone 8 spare, 8 spare. So 18. I'll just show you the scores so far. That is where we're up to. I think I've just got to put one more result in there for Jason Belmonte. So he's effectively a frame in front, Belmonte. Just notice that that should be like that. Okay, so that's where we're up to there. Tim Foy's got the next frame. So he's 18 pins and a strike behind. Tim Foy's 8th frame. 23 is a 13 result. That is a 2-8 leave. $52 is a 14. He's not doing too well here. 2-8. That's a 14. He's only going missed. He's just taken the top pin out. So Tim Foy with an open frame. That is terrible for him. 18. 1, 3, 6, 1, 4, 4 plus 9 goes to 153. Belmo is going to just take charge of the situation here. 13, that's a strike. Belmo now with his 9th frame casually sweeps the ball down. 10 result. Maybe a bit too casual. 9th frame, 10 result. Yeah, 10 result. Five and 8. So Belmo, the right-hander, looking at that 5-8, it's not easy. 28 is 168, 176. Let's see how he gets on. 9th frame, looking at this pair, 65 is an 8 result. 5-8. Yeah. Yes. Gets them, no problem. And so Tim Foy to finish off. He's well, almost 40 pins behind at this stage. So 9th and 10th frame for Tim Foy. Frame 9, Tim Foy. 32 is a strike. 10th frame. This is the important one. Well, they're all important. Then he rolls the double one. That's a strike. Can he strike out? 10th frame, Tim Foy, 24 is a 10. He's left the 1-2. He's just missed the head of the pins again. 28, 181. Tim Foy with a 61 is he's looking at 2 pins here. 61 is a 5. 1, 2. Yeah, he gets them. So 10 plus 20. So Tim Foy finishes this one on 201. So where he was above average last time, this average he shoots a 201, and Belmo looks like he's flying. So Belmo, frame 10, has rolled a 66. Belmo obviously 66 is a 1-1, same as double 1. So he strikes with authority in the 10th. 216. Belmo going well. 21. That's a 10 result. And he's missed the front of the pins. He's left that 1-2. So Belmo looking at a 236 if he gets these. 42 is a 6 result. I'm sure that's good enough. Yeah. There we go. That's the scores after match 2. 201 Tim Foy Jr. and a 236 for Belmonte. So Belmo again slightly above average there. 227 is his average. So he shot 9 over, and Tim Foy this time has shot under. So happy with those results. Now let's have a look at the time. So that is half an hour, guys. And we've got Andrew Anderson to come and EJ Tackett. So the big 3 will be facing off in video 2 of this 2025 Apba bowling series, homebrewed series by me. Thanks very much, guys, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.